back to Wellness Wisdom with TNT. I'm Tammy.
And I'm Tamika.
And today we're going to talk about building muscle at home.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand why we keep talking about, all this exercising and all this eating right. If we're going to be getting this new body when Jesus comes back,
Yeah, like we're going to get this new body, so why all this fuss, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but we are on mission here.
Yes, we are on mission, and that's why we have to do it.
Why.
Yes.
So although that is true, we are on mission, like we said, we're still here. We still have things to do this side of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why all the eating right and all the exercise and getting our bodies as healthy as possible. So we are equipped physically, because that is one of the ways that we need to be healthy to do God's work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so important for us to take care of a temple.
Yes.
And that's why we're here, to help you so that we can be effective in doing the work of ministry.
And we want to keep it simple.
Yes.
We want to keep eating right and exercising simple. Now, if you have a huge goal of, a fitness competition, a bodybuilding competition, those, that is a little bit different than what we're talking about. So
Right.
we do understand that there is a place for hard work and I would call it deprivation, but, sacrifice for those things, and that's a great thing if that is your goal. But if you just want to be healthy and you just want to be fit and you want to build some muscle, you can simply do that by being consistent and making the right choices.
That is so correct.
Yeah.
So let's jump right in by discussing different types of workouts, and
There's a ton of them.
Yes, and there are a lot of them that you can actually do at home to build muscle.
To build muscle.
Yes.
And there's a whole arrangement of, different things like in a gym and home, and like aerobics and intervals and boot camps and HIIT training and strength training and running and walking and biking, elliptical, bar classes, Pilates, so many different forms of exercise. So one of the questions as fitness instructors, I'm sure you get a lot as well, is what's the best exercise? And the right answer to that is whatever exercise you'll actually do.
Yes.
Because if we say running is the best exercise and you hate to run, you're not going to run.
Mm-hmm.
If we say do the elliptical and you hate the gym, you're not going to be able to do the elliptical unless you have one at home.
Or if you say do one of my favorites, burpees. Not many people are going to do it.
No, absolutely not.
So, it just really depends on you, but be consistent. Be consistent with
consistent.
whatever it is you're going to do. Because I know many people that just like to get up and walk for a few miles every morning. That is good because you're moving your entire body.
Yes.
So that is a great exercise. Walking is one of the best. But like Tammy said, everybody is different on what they like. Mm-hmm. So stick to what you like and be consistent and get your friend or
to do it with
Jesus.
you.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the 5 components of exercise, we have notes here. So if you see us looking down, we want to make sure that we, like we said last week, tell you everything that's on our hearts to help you, because there's nothing worse than complicating a fitness journey.
Right.
You want to make it as simple as possible. So there's just key information that is helpful for you to know. So there are 5 components of fitness. It's cardiovascular endurance, muscle strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and body composition. We're focusing really on just working out, building a little bit of muscle strength, and also cardiovascular, because those and flexibility, because you need to stretch and keep your muscles pliable. So we're not going to get into definitions. We're just going to talk about the different types of workouts. And one of the most important things is to pay attention to your body, just like with eating. There's certain exercises that might not be the best for your body. For instance, running for me is never good, and not physically as far as injury goes, but every time I begin a running program, I always gain weight, and it's never good weight. Because I must burn a lot of muscle, I get very soft, and I add 10 pounds every time I try to run, and it takes me a few months to get it.
And it's funny because when I run, I actually lose weight really, really fast. I drop weight really fast. My issue with too much running, as far as over 3 miles, so I say under 3 miles for me is what is worked for me. But over 3 miles, and I'm running, and I used to run, and you get up to 10 miles and running all those miles, I'm burning so much muscle during that time, and then I just feel like I just look there, even though I'm at the weight that I want to be, but there's no muscle there. So for me, too much running is just way too much for me. I actually like it, but I just don't. I think when I was doing too much of it, it didn't actually work for me because I was just dropping off the weight. So I'm getting skinny really fast. However, I was losing all the muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the go-tos for women, we tend to run straight for the cardio, the aerobic class, the treadmill, the walking, the elliptical. And we just seem to, like if you walk into a gym and all of those cardio machines, you usually see women. And it's what we do every single day, day in and day out, and wonder why nothing is changing. So there is such a thing as too much cardio. And for women, especially because of hormones and different things that go on inside the body when you're only concentrating on the cardiovascular and you're not building muscle. So
that's one of the reasons why I am a certified Zumba instructor, and I'm certified in so many of their different programs. I don't teach Zumba every day because of that reason, because it's too much, or like I teach classes on every day, Monday through Friday, and one day is high intense training, which is HIIT. I don't do that every day because it can be too much, and then you're not seeing the results. The way I do it now is I'm seeing the results that I want to see for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really important to, HIIT is a great way, but it also can be very intense.
Right.
And that's not for everyone either. So again, you have to do what your body, what works for your body. And sometimes most times that's like a trial and error thing. Like you could do this workout for a while and you're not really seeing it. Now, I'm not talking about a while like 2 weeks. I'm talking about a while, like staying on this program, and how do you feel, and are you seeing some changes that you want to see? Are you switching it up? One of the things that works best for me is a form of HIIT training, which is like you do an exercise for like 30 seconds and then you rest for 15 seconds, and there's different time intervals. But for me, it's more like a weight bearing exercise, say like a shoulder press, and then a little cardio stint, maybe jumping jacks, and going back and forth like that seems to work the best for me. If I just stick with, working arms on Monday and chest on Tuesday and back on Wednesday, and I break it up that way, that doesn't seem to work as well for my body as doing those little intervals 3 times a week rather than 6 times a week.
Yeah.
So I do walk every day because that's an important thing to do. And of course, I'm teaching classes because I'm an instructor as well. So I am teaching classes throughout the day too, but personal workouts for me is only like 3 times a week, and it's those type of intervals, and I'm done in 30 minutes. If it goes past 30 minutes, I really kind of get like, I got to get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. But I also do a lot of workouts here at home that you could follow along with in a group, which we'll tell you about at the end.
And the same thing with me. I do everything at home, but I do break it up: Mondays arms, Tuesdays legs, Wednesdays high intense, Thursdays abs, and Fridays Zumba. And I do similar to what Tammy's talking about. So I do 3 reps, not 3 reps, but three sets of 20 reps. So, and then I slow and control of the arms, and we only take less than a minute break. So it's kind of similar what she's talking about, and that's where I'm seeing the results. It's just that we focus, every day is a different focus of the body. And then, and it's almost the same of what she's saying, but I do it at home, and I teach it online on Zoom. And I could drop that information down in the comments as well if you're interested.
Then for sure. So tell me, how do we build muscle if we're not using weights?
Well, that's a good question. So here, I have my daughter. She's in the background. But, there's a misconception thinking that the only way you can build muscle if you lift heavy, and that's not true. It's not all the way true. But, you can definitely build muscle at home. Slow and in control is one of the ways. It's very controlled and slow. Form is so important.
Very important.
Form is very, very important, more than just building muscle, but for injuries. So to make sure you're doing the exercise correctly. So it's not just, you feel, oh, well, I'm not going to build muscle because I have no weights at home. That's not true. Weights may get you there a lot faster, but that's not 100% true. That's it's a combination of things. Nothing is all the way this and all the way that.
Yeah, for sure.
There is definitely things that you can definitely do. She's a dancer. She will not pick up a weight at all. But she is muscular. We're looking at her. That's why she's laughing.
For some reason, I'm fidgety because I'm very, for some reason, uncomfortable on my couch.
I'm comfortable too. But she has muscles everywhere on her body and very toned, and she will not pick up a weight at all. So that is just proof to the pudding. And you'll look at most dancers; they don't go in and picking up weights and stuff like that, but they have muscles everywhere. And then you have some dancers that do build weights. So it's just not all or nothing. And that's what we're trying to say. It's not all or nothing.
Yeah. It's really important. You can build your muscle and increase your muscle mass, even holding your body tight, but not tight in a way of you're going to get muscle spasms in your neck. Just tight in a way of holding your arms tight, holding your legs tight, keeping your abs in, and your rib cage lifted. So and that's all a lot of form during your exercises. If you're doing exercises without weights, which we'll do some demonstrations. So it's just really using your body. Like you can do like a press, and you tighten up your bicep and you tighten up your chest muscles and you pretend like you're pushing something away from you, and you can totally feel the muscle and even get sore.
And the thing about that, of what Tammy's showing about the muscle, about the chest press, is that she's able to not only work on her big muscles, she's able to work on the smaller muscles. So that's another benefit of not having weights and working out at home, and not feeling like you have to go to a gym if you're not comfortable at this point going through a gym, or whatever. You just want to get your workout at home. You can definitely do that and build muscle.
Definitely. Okay, so what's next?
So
form, we talked about form, able to work smaller muscles, tips and tricks, walking lunges to the side. Oh yeah, there's so many push-ups. If you're not able to do a push-up, you do push-ups on your knees. There's wall push-ups, lunges, side lunges, squats. All of those things, you do not need to pick up one weight in order to work those muscles and build more muscle mass.
And actually doing a squat at home is really good, because you have the sofa and try to sit down, because if you could sit on a sofa, you could do a squat.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And that's like a perfect squat. So getting up, sit down.
Get up, sit down.
I mean,
exactly. It's super simple. And I do a whole lot of videos on my I have a private group on Facebook, which we've mentioned before, that I do a lot of that right from home. I've even kind of invented this workout in my class using a stick that I got at Walmart for 69 cents. And I'll have to, that'll be one of my workouts I'll do in my group. And then if you guys, want to join the group and do some of those workouts, you can. But that's another thing, just it's like a dowel rod thing. It's just a stick. And I just do all these different kind of exercises with it. And it just helps your form to keep you tight and move your body in different ways, and it's a really good workout.
Even resistance bands, they sell them at Walmart, they sell them at Five Below. I mean, everywhere. They sell them everywhere. So even you getting resistant bands and using those, these are amazing. You know what I mean? So you can use these at home and not feel. And I'm telling you, I was a person that would always want to get to the gym. Prior to our situation, I won't discuss that, but last year,
You know,
so
like
we
that
ain't gotta go there.
That 2020.
Yeah, that's we passed that. But prior to that, so now I'm at home. I have my own equipment. I have everything I need at home. I'm not saying that I won't go to the gym. Now I'm not saying that I don't like the gym. I do like the gym. However, I can get the same amount of stuff done at home, and then I could just jump in my shower and get ready to go instead of having to drive and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So don't feel intimidated of, oh, I don't go to the gym and not be able to not get stuff done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we're going to show you a few different exercises.
Yes.
In the form, how to do the exercise, and how to hold your body in a certain way so you're really getting the maximum effort for that particular exercise without any equipment.
Okay.
If you choose to grab yourself some 5-pound or 3-pound or 8-pound weights, you can also use weights, but you don't necessarily have to.
Yes.
That's
so true.
So that is really, so let's demonstrate.
Go.
All right.
Now you first.
Guys.
So we are going to do a couple of exercises to show you what you can actually do at home. The first thing that we're going to do to help build muscle is called the bicep curl. So you're holding those shoulders nice and back, holding that core in nice and tight. Suck it all in. I tell people, suck it in. I'm joking.
Belly button to your spine.
Yes. Suck it in and keep it nice and tight, slow and in control, right? Not what she's doing. Don't do what she's doing, but slow and in control. And then if you want to add a little resistance, what I do is put this on my foot, put my foot on there, and slow. Same thing, sucking it all in. Breathe in.
You notice how her elbows are staying right here by the side. They're not lifting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a key thing for her to really isolate the bicep muscle.
And that's the good thing about these resistance bands. These bands is because it helps with form.
Yes.
And what are you going to show?
Be careful with the band, because on the way down, it could
flop.
You just want to flop it. You got to control it. That's what's good about the band. You have the resistance up and the resistance down, so they're good. So now a shoulder press. When you do a shoulder press, you want to make a muscle, like when you tell a little kid, show me your muscle. So you want to make a muscle like up here and keep it nice and tight. And then you're going to press to the ceiling like as if you're not like that. You're going straight up, and see how her shoulders are by her ears? You don't want that. And it's like you have something really heavy on your shoulders and you're lifting it off, and then you're slowly bringing it back down. And you can maybe put some 3 or 5-pound weights if you want to, but you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay nice and tight in the arms and press to the ceiling, keeping those shoulders down, and then bringing it back down like 3/4 of the way, and then go back up and slowly control it back down. So you're pretending you're lifting something heavy when you don't have something in your hands.
And you'll be surprised, as she said earlier, how much your muscle soreness, and the muscle soreness is good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes,
Don't be scared of muscle soreness.
Yes.
So squats. Let's do some
Squats is a
squats.
great exercise. I mean, you're getting your quads, you're getting your glutes, you're getting your hamstrings.
Everything.
You're getting it all.
Suck it all in, like she said. Belly button tight, nice and tight. And what I love about home is because you have the nice sofa here, and you can actually do a perfect squat.
Yeah. So
right?
I'm gonna go sideways.
Mm-hmm.
While you go this way. So she's gonna show you how you can just kind of tap your sofa and come back up. But you want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
You might not see.
What about this? You want me? Do I do like this?
No.
Oh, okay.
And tap your tush.
What about this?
No.
Okay. How do I do a tap? How do I do a squat?
Keep your shoulders back, your tummy in tight. Your hips are gonna go behind you like you're looking for the chair.
Like that?
Okay, but don't hold your
Okay.
breath. Now pretend you're gonna sit down. There you go. Now stand back up. There you go. So
see that?
The tushy goes behind you, and then you come back up. When you come up, you give a little squeeze.
So
Down
what
and
does
squeeze?
So what happened is this is teaching you actually how to sit,
Uh-huh.
right? So when you're sitting down, you're actually doing a squat.
Yes.
So if people say, why do you keep and coming up?
Yeah.
Why you keep doing that and holding? I'm doing my squats.
Doing
And
my
that way you know
exercises.
you're doing it right here on the sofa. You could be having your show on or whatever you're watching.
Yes.
And that's the perfect time. You're watching
Yep.
and squeezing. You could be watching us.
And doing your squat.
And doing your
Yeah,
squats.
you want to be sure that your knees don't go forward.
Yes, not like,
So don't, yeah, or your shoulders
yes.
like that.
Yes.
So when you're trying to sit down, you don't, I'm going to go on an angle kind of so you can see what I'm talking about. I hope you can see my feet. I don't really know if you can.
No, but
But you don't want your knees going that way.
mhm.
You don't want to come forward this way
Mhm.
and then sit. You want to sit back and keep your knees where they are so they're even like over the middle of your foot, even right over the toes but not past the toes.
Right.
Okay, so that's a really, really important squat tip.
Mhm. Top squat.
Squat tip.
Squat tip.
You don't want to blow out your knees.
And what about lunges? Let's do some lunges.
Okay, lunges also with the knee over the past the toe. You got to be really careful.
Yes,
So
yes.
when you lunge, you take a step forward. Let me see if I can do this so you can. Yeah, there we go. All right. So maybe turn to the side.
Let's go to the side. Is that better?
That's better. So now you're going to go down. See, notice how she's bending her back knee so her front knee doesn't jet over the toes. So if she stays in that position, that's a split squat.
Mm-hmm.
But if she lunges down and then pushes herself back with her feet together, that is a lunge. So do the whole thing together.
She making me exercise
Yeah.
on my day off.
That's a back lunge.
And
And
then
then
if
together.
you want us to stay right here, hold in posture.
Nice and tight. Yes.
Nice and tight. Come right here. Look straight. Find something on the wall. You're building your muscle.
Mhm.
Why? Because you're creating form and you're building, you're looking, you're breathing in, you're letting out. Everything is nice and tight.
Everything's contracted, and that's where the muscle
Yes.
gets stronger. All right, so Destiny's going to show us a push-up.
My daughter wants to help us. Come on, Destiny. She gets her debut.
So she's going to show us she's a dancer, so she never lifts weights, and she's got the tightest little body you could imagine. All right, show us a push. This is a real push-up, not on the knees. She'll demonstrate in a minute a modified push-up. See how her elbow, she's going down, her chest towards the floor, and then pushing right back up.
Yep.
Okay,
Now
now
show
a
modified push-ups.
She puts her knees down, and she's still taking her chest to the floor, elbows slightly behind. And that's how you do a modified push-up.
There you go. And I just want to show one more because this exercise actually irritates me. I like it, but what happened is this is an exercise that most people do wrong, and these are planks. So let me show you a plank. So most people get on and they're like this. That is not a plank. That is not doing
That's
anything.
her hips are too high is what she's
It's
saying.
not doing anything for you. Tammy will talk. So is this a plank, Tammy?
No, you got to lower your bottom down. There you go.
Right.
You want to be straight across. You don't want to be too low in your hips. Bring your hips to the floor. Now see the arch in her back? That's really not good for
Yes.
you either. So you want to create like a straight line. Now if you're a beginner, lift your hips a little bit higher. If you're a beginner and you're just starting out, this is a great way to hold a plank and it not be too difficult, too brutal, I should say. Because as you go a little lower, go into a regular, this way right here is, you got to hold your abdominals nice and tight. Your shoulders and your arms are getting a lot of work right here. And your legs too, because you're holding yourself up. So it can be a really hard exercise or a really easy exercise depending on how you're doing it.
And there you have it. And there you have it. You have some tips. Tammy has a group that she puts exercises on. She goes into this every day, a quick thing. I have some on my own Zoom every morning at 7.
Yeah, you can
And I
exercise
take-
live with Tamika.
Yes.
Or by video with me.
With Tammy.
Yeah.
And and if
So
you
if you're
ever
an
need-
early bird, she does it at 7 a.m.
Yes, 7
Monday
a.m. live.
through Friday.
And it's free. Just,
Yeah.
I drop the information down. Just come and join us, and we have a great time, great community.
Yeah.
I've been doing it over Zoom for over a year, but been
Wow.
doing exercising beyond
Yeah,
that. But I'm
forever.
just saying.
Yeah, but she does live now for
Yeah.
and her if I happen to be off one day, I will
joins
hop
us.
on and work out with her because we steal exercises from each
Oh, all the time.
yeah. So you can exercise on video with me. The group is called Simply Fit. It's a private group on Facebook. You just have to look for the group, answer the questions, agree with the rules, and I will send you a friend request, add you to the group, and you can work out. And I do a lot of recipes and not my recipes. I look for healthy recipes. I put there even cleaning products and things like that. I try to share because we want to be the healthiest all around that we possibly can be.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fit for that kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you
All
guys
right,
for
thank
joining
you.
us,
We gotta
and we will
get-
see you next week.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on a
Hold
second.
on. This is our signature move.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.